work doing the last few projects that need done before we leave in a couple days. I attacked my nose with the plumbing underneath the sink, as you can see by my battle wound right there. It's probably gonna be bruised tomorrow, we'll see. My mom, Sushi's helping. My mom is currently, well, my mom and I are basically putting new blinds on, and Sushi is helping because she's oh so helpful. There she is right there, helping. She was in the window helping, now she is there helping. Mochi has said, I need to be in my kennel because it is my safe place. So there's Mochi in the kennel right there. That's where I've been sleeping, on the love seat, the inflatable love seat right there. And there's the missing middle section is, I'm like, how do I do I'm trying to figure out how do I draw my line through the phone like this. There's the missing middle section that you don't see on that thing right there. That's where the girls have been sleeping. Ridiculous. They're too funny. Oh, Sushi just jumped in the windowsill. She's like, I must help. There's the Sushi, ever so helpful. There's my view. The mountains you see right there, that's the northern edge of Joshua Tree National Park that you're seeing right there. That's what those mountains are. The northern rim of Joshua Tree National Park. So I had a pretty decent view right there. But yes, we are replacing blinds. The Home Depot guy told us bad gouge. So we have to go back to the store to get the cord to plug in, to hook to the garbage disposal, because my garbage disposal decided to die like literally like a couple weeks ago, but I didn't realize it had died because I don't use it. So my mom went to use it and it went kaput, and I was like, no big deal. But then it decided to back up the sink as well. So it went ultimate kaput. So we had to replace the garbage disposal. Those are easy to replace, but the one that we bought doesn't come with a cord. And he was like, oh yeah, just pop the cord off the old one and wire it to the new one. Okay, we can do that. Well, the old one was not made to remove the cord, which we discovered when we spent, like a solid half an hour trying to finagle that, and it didn't really work. So now we have to go back to the store to buy a cord or basically whatever. We have to buy the stuff to wire the outlet thing for the garbage disposal so I can actually plug it into the wall. And then we can actually finish wiring the garbage disposal. But we successfully changed the faucet in the kitchen, and we did it without the water little spigot thingies under the sink leaking when we turned the water back on. So that was successful. I just like gouged my nose. There's a little bit of a scrape there and there. And then this part is, can't really tell in this lighting, but it's kind of bruisey and it hurts. It brought tears to my eyes. Battle wound. What?
Turn your head that way. Yeah, you're really dark on both
I know.
sides.
I'm gonna end up with black
You look
eyes.
like you have black eyes.
I'm already starting to get the black eyes. You can see them right here. I get, like, if I hit my head in some shape or form, I end up with black eyes. So I'm already, you can see, like, my bags are super pronounced because I've already started to develop, like, black eye under both eyes from how hard I smashed my nose into the plumbing under the kitchen sink so hard. It literally brought tears to my eyes. Oh, it was horrible. And it was bad enough that, I mean, I literally cut my nose on it, like there and then there, and it had like this like L-shaped scrape that was all gnarly. It was bad. It was so bad. Anyways, now we're gonna go finish putting up a new blinds. The cordless blinds is what we're putting up. So we just have to do that stuff. But it is currently Sunday. So we got a lot of stuff to do in just a couple days. All the things. Right, we are officially on the road. Well, sitting on the road, waiting for pilot vehicle to guide us through a construction site like 10 minutes east of 29 Palms. But the girls are being such perfect little travelers. You can't even hear any little peeps because are they in a cat pile? Are they in a cat pile? Yeah, they're in a little cat pile, sound napping already. But yes, we have departed. The house is all cleaned and empty. What? Are you being stared at? Which one? Sushi's giving you death glares. Sushi's death glaring you. And we are officially on the road. Yesterday it's Tuesday today, right? Today's Tuesday. Yeah, so yesterday I finished officially checking out of the hospital, and then we did the final goodbyes at work, and then started we're working on final cleaning of the house, doing that, and then I started loading the car, which is like a jigsaw puzzle. I've got this tiny little car loaded down. It's pretty loaded. There's still like some tiny holes for stuff, but loaded the car for the most part. There was some stuff that I couldn't load until this morning because I had the girls in the car. I had to put the girls in the car, but got the girls in. They're being so quiet. They have not peeped since we put them in the car, which is good. But they're yeah, I know I said the Q word. But we've got the girls in the car. We're in the car. We are locked and loaded and ready to go. We are going, but no, we're just waiting for to go through this little patch of construction. Of course, at least it's not raining.
This is true. This is true.
It is not nighttime.
And it's not night.
Because that's usually the worst, is when you're driving through construction in the dark and it's raining. That's always the worst. But we don't have to worry about that. But our goal is 9 hours worth of drive time today?
Yeah.
Is our goal, and then we'll do 9 hours worth of drive time tomorrow. And then Thursday will be a rest day because we've got the concert. And then Friday will be drive day, and then Saturday will be a shorter drive day. And we will be there. We'll be in Florida on Saturday, which will be good. So I'm excited for that. It'll be good. We'll be ready to not be driving when Saturday rolls around. But yeah, we'll be doing shorter drive days than we would if we didn't have the girls, because we have to factor in time for these hooligans. But we've got them. We are good to go. So we just have to waiting for the pilot vehicle, my pilot truck to come back. Ooh, I may have to have an applesauce soon. Scarf down an applesauce. Let's see. But we'll be happy to leave the desert. We were talking about that. What was it? Was it just yesterday? Oh, no, it was Sunday when we were doing our 1,000,005 trips back and forth to Home Depot on Sunday. It was only 2 trips to Home Depot on Sunday, right?
Is that all?
I felt like it was more.
A million.
It was 2 trips to Home Depot on Sunday. But we were talking about that, and my mom was just like, she was like, yeah, I couldn't live here, is what my mom said. She was like, no, I couldn't do it. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm glad I'm no longer living here because I can't do it living here any longer. I'm glad I'm leaving. Desert is not for me. It's like, it's a nice place to visit. It's kind of got a unique landscape. It's kind of got its own unique beauty, especially when you've got the national park right there. The national park looks kind of cool and kind of funky, but because that's the northern border of Joshua Tree National Park right there that we're seeing. That's what those mountains are, and those hills. And basically, we have to skirt around the northeast border of Joshua Tree National Park to cut down and go to the 10. That's what we're doing right now, is skirting around. Probably could have just cut through Joshua Tree. That probably would have been faster to go through the park. Usually it's faster to go through the park, but I have my GPS set for, my Google Maps is set for no toll roads, and that's counted as a toll road because you have to pay a fee to go through the park. Well, I don't, but it's considered a fee to go through the park. But yeah, that would be, gosh, what was I going to say?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
We're already so tired because of all the work we've been doing on the house and all the projects. We got everything done. What time did we finish everything last night? Was it 9:30 that we finished all the stuff?
I think so.
Because we had to finish cleaning the kitchen, and then we had to. So we finished. Well, we had to, before we could clean the kitchen, we had to install the hardware on the kitchen cabinets that I bought when I moved in almost 3 years ago, but I never did because I don't know, I just lost my motivation to work on the house. So I stopped, like, I bought the hardware. I just never got around to doing it. Because I think in my head, I was like, I want to, like, do something with these cabinets to update them and make them look nicer. But I never got around to doing it. So I was like, I should paint them, or I should restain them. But I never got around to doing it. So I was like, why put the hardware on if you haven't, like, refinished the cabinets? So I never put the hardware on. So we had to do that for knobs, because the cabinets didn't have any handles or anything. But I bought handles, so we had to do that last night. So that we had to, like, drill the holes, and then putting the hardware on was easy. It was just, you know, you had to go through and drill all the holes and everything. So we did that, and then we had to clean up all of our mess that we made from doing that, and then clean the kitchen, and then clean out the fridge, and then we did that, and that left this morning. We still had a little bit of cleaning to do when we got up this morning, because it was like the last minute stuff. So we basically, the last minute stuff we did when we woke up this morning was cleaning up the beds, sweep and mop the hallway, the living room, the office where my mom was sleeping, the living room where I was sleeping, because we had already done the other 2 bedrooms, and then the kitchen floor, because that's what we wanted to wait until we were done, because those were the spaces where the cats could run free, and we didn't want to, because, you know, Sushi has this way of spreading litter literally everywhere. She flings litter in like a 20-foot radius, that cat. So we waited to do that until they were done. So we did all of that, but we were just like so exhausted last night when we went to bed. We were done for. Absolutely done for. We were so exhausted. Oh my goodness, so exhausted. I still look like I'm exhausted.
What? Nothing. I was just like, yeah. I didn't even re-inflate the bed during the night, which was fine until I was trying to get up. And then it's like, it was like a burrito. I couldn't get out of
You had to roll out of the burrito bed.
Yes.
Yeah. And I finished loading the car this morning. Got it jigsaw puzzled in place. It was like playing Tetris all over again. Got everything in. Got it, like, cubby hole. Can't see out the back of the car. But there's the pilot car. And we can go. We are currently on day 2 of traveling. It was chilly this morning, so we're gonna think. We are we're in New Mexico. Almost to, we're like, what, 20 miles-ish from El Paso, Texas. So we're making good time. The girls are sound asleep because they are such good travelers. They are such good travelers. Oh, now that I'm recording, I have to actually look at my speedometer instead of just relying on the phone to tell me how fast I'm going. Darn it. survived her first K-pop concert ever.
I did survive. I did survive. It was enjoyable.
It's Halloween night, so I had to wear skeleton flamingo earrings and black cat earrings. No, I was angling it so people could see my earrings better. I'm using my mom's selfie stick. I don't own a selfie stick. My mom owns a selfie stick.
But of course,
I don't own a selfie stick. So yeah, we did today was our lazy day. I don't know. Well, our non-driving day.
Non-driving day. I don't think we were lazy.
It was our non-driving day. So we're in San Antonio. So what did we did today? I feel like today's been a long day.
We went to the Alamo.
Well, we slept in, had a lazy morning. I don't think we got around and left or anything. The girls slept all day. They were lazy cats. Total lazy cats. And then Sushi was like, oh my goodness, there's like a hole in the blanket on her bed. And Sushi is like, hole, must play with this. Girl was like, oh, hilarious. She's a hoot. So then we went down to the Alamo so she could see the Alamo. And then from the Alamo, we went to the Riverwalk so she could go do the Riverwalk. And then we had lunch on the Riverwalk. We had this delicious, I think we each had the same thing. Well, we had this loaded baked spud, basically a loaded baked potato with brisket. Deliciousness. Yum. Super delicious. And the most hilarious thing, we were walking back from our, this is hilarious. We were walking along the Riverwalk. We were heading back to go back to our car. And this is the conversation we overheard as we passed a restaurant. I think it was a Mexican restaurant. Mm-hmm. And we heard this is a conversation overheard between the waiter and the person ordering. She asked, can I get the flatulas? The waiter kind of was like, the what? The flatulas. The what? And then this time she points at the menu. That right there, the flatulas. And the waiter's like, oh, you mean the flautas?
Yes. So as we're walking, I'm trying not to laugh. I'm making her walk faster so she doesn't bust out. And I'm going, I don't want what she's having. It was pretty funny.
How do you get flatulas out of a flautas?
Well,
it was hilarious. Oh, it was so hilarious. So then we walked back to the car. We had to go to Spectrum to return my Wi-Fi router and modem because we didn't have time to do that back in California. So we ran over there to return the modem and router, which was pretty quick. We just had to wait for a couple minutes, and then returned it, which was super quick. Shut off my internet service in California, which I did here in Texas because it's the same company. Of course, Sushi chooses this moment to use the litter box. Cats will be cats. And then from there, we went and got some big old massive lemonades from Wendy's to fill up our water bottles with some lemonade because, deliciousness. Mm-hmm. And then we chilled for a few hours. I diamond painted and
I napped.
She napped. I diamond painted. And then went to the concert and just got back from the concert. Yeah. So now I'm super wide awake because all of the screaming. So yeah, that was. They didn't have a very well put together security line. It was just not very efficient. It was very, very slow, very inefficient. Yeah. Good thing I was like, we have to make sure we get there at least an hour early, and because if we hadn't, it would have.
And if they had kept their general line the way it was, people would still be trying to get into the concert.
Yeah, it was bad. It was very bad. Not very efficient in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, it was bad. They could have been so much more efficient, but they were not. Yeah. So from there, then did the concert, but we got out of the concert super quick, and our where we were sitting was like the entrance that we chose was actually perfect because it was right directly to where we needed to sit, which was like super, super close. So it was go in, sit, like boom, boom, boom. So then when we left, it was like, and then we go. So yes.
I thought it was really cool, the concert, but then also having it on Halloween to see everybody's costumes. And there was a plethora of carrots tonight.
Well,
I don't know if that's a thing, but
that's actually because the concert was 17, which is a Korean a K-pop band, and all K-pop bands all K-pop groups have they name their fan group a specific name, and 17's fan group is named Carrots.
Okay.
So that's why there were so many carrots.
How many carrots can you have on Halloween?
Because they're the
Why
carrots, like
carrots?
like carrots, like diamonds, or like 17 carat diamonds, kind of a thing. So that's why there were so many carrots.
Yeah, well, I was nearly put out by a carrot.
The person next to her was waving her light stick and started waving it. I'm gonna use so if this is the light stick, instead of just doing it like this, because you're sitting very close together, instead of just waving it like this or like this, she got into it and was going like this and almost.
So I'm like, I put my hand up like that, and she's hit it and turned around, and she was mortified. But I'm like, hey, I like my face.
It was pretty funny. But she survived her first concert. The concert was super fun. It was good. They did a really good job performing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did an excellent job performing, and that was despite being down 2 members for their US group.
Yeah, but
I mean, when you have 13 members in your group, you go down 2 members, you have 11. But they had to redo their choreography for all of their songs to go from 13 down to 11, and then redo who sings what lines as well.
Yeah.
So there was work that they had to do to go from 13 down to 11.
But of course, I mean,
hey Momo, what you doing, fat cat?
It's Sushi.
So, anyways, that is what we up to. She just gassed us out.
She's so proud of herself.
She is. She's proud of herself. Hi, baby. Mwah. Hey, little thing. That's our chaos demon. That's the gremlin butt. Pretending she's all innocent and sweet.
Mm-hmm. Don't let
believe
appearances
it. Because
deceive
it's deceptive. Oh my goodness, you just stuck your whiskers out. So anyways, that is our update. We will be back on the road in the morning.
Yeah.
And hopefully the girls will be better now that they've rested, because they had a rough day driving yesterday.
Yeah.
They did really good in the car. We just had to make a couple emergency stops for some upset tummies. Yes, we did. So they had some upset tummies, so we had to make some emergency stops to get the litter box out very rapidly for them, for their upset tummies.
Yep.
But they held it, and they told us they needed the litter box. They did a very good job telling us they needed the litter box.
She says,
and then they
I'm
waited while we got the litter box out to use said litter box. So they did good, despite needing the litter box very quickly.
Yep.
But they did good. They're good babies. And they travel so well. They're super quiet. They're like dead silent.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't even know that we have cats in the car. Hey, Susu, do not do that. Don't flap your tail at me. She's scritching on the blanket. Little brat. Anyways, that is all for today.
Yeah.
We will check in tomorrow, which means we will only have 14 and a half hours left of driving. Yay, which is a day and a half of driving, because we're only doing like 9 hours for the girls' purposes. That's the maximum we're doing a day of driving, which is roughly 9 and a half.
Yeah.
Because that's about it, tolerance-wise, I think, of what we should do for them to give them a break.
It's about all I can tolerate, too, so,
Usually if it's just the 2 of us, we do up to like 12 hours if it's just the 2 of us. But with the girls, we do less, because it's a lot for them.
But she has to talk to me while I drive, because when I'm driving by myself, I put on her YouTube channel and I'll listen to her talk. So,
or she calls me.
Yeah.
Or I call her when I'm driving.
Yeah.
So anyways, that is it for today's episode of Shenanigans. So we are officially in the hotel for the night. Did not do any filming while driving or anything like that, because it was a long day. We were cruising along. Sushi, causing chaos. Of course she's causing chaos. We were driving along, making really good time until we got around Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And then we hit like the traffic of all traffics. So no issues with traffic anywhere else along this entire trip so far, until we literally got to like the outskirts of Baton Rouge. And then we were in traffic for, I think it kept rerouting us around the traffic, but even doing that, we were still in traffic because it was literally rush hour on a Friday night. So that took like almost 2 hours of our life going around Baton Rouge. And it started raining as we were doing this. And it was like almost 6 p.m. by the time we got done with that. So then we had to stop and got through Baton Rouge, had to stop and get dinner, fill up the car with gas because we needed gas. And then we were like, okay, we're tired. We're pretty much done at this point. So, and then we basically were like, all right, let's Let's find a hotel. So now we are in Gulfport, Mississippi for the night. And we have like 5.5 hours left to drive. So we're almost at the end. Yay. My mom's over there going like this. Yay. Because she's ready to be done. Sushi. She is a cat. She is a typical cat. She's like, oh, what is this remote control doing on the desk? Let's knock it on the floor because I'm a cat and I can. So she goes bat, bat, bat and throws it on the floor because she's a cat and she can't. So she literally just knocked the remote control for the TV and threw it on the floor because Sushi. I want to put it all the way back where people don't know that it exists. Just put it on the edge of that drawer. You don't have to put it in the back corner where nobody will see it and they'll think that we walked off with the remote control. And be like, no, we hid it from the cat. Anyways, yeah. So she's causing chaos because the girls have been in their crate, minus our lunch stop at Buc-ee's. That's like the time when they weren't in their kennel because we sat and ate lunch in the car. She's scrabbling on the back of the TV looking for stuff. And
Way to get up.
she's trying to figure out how to get on top of like the one of these that's like up above, that's like 6.5 feet tall behind the TV that Mochi can successfully jump on top of because Mochi is, you know, my acrobat and likes to walk across shower curtain rods and window curtains and things like, and towel bars and all of that stuff. Do not walk across my iPad, you little turd. You know better, Sushi. What are you doing, Seuss? She's like, I'm chaosing because I've been doing nothing but sleep all day long. So I must cause all the chaos. She's been sleeping all day. So when we stopped at Buc-ee's for lunch, because my dad needed some dark chocolate covered espresso beans. That's literally why we stopped at Buc-ee's. Because he needed dark chocolate covered espresso beans. Because he was out. So we stopped at Buc-ee's and gave the girls opportunity to use the litter box, which they didn't want. They wanted to sit in the dash and stare at birds and chitter at birds. So we let them out of their crate, offered them the litter box, and then just let them out of the crate for a little bit. And they proceeded to just chitter at birds while we ate lunch in the car and then added gas and then got back on the road again. And now here we are. Just took a long time to get here. And then it started raining when we were around Baton Rouge too. And it rained for like hour and a half for like hard rain for a solid while. And then once we got out of Baton Rouge, and of course it was while we were in traffic too. Once we got out of there, it stopped raining and life was better and we were good to go and everything was hunky-dory again. So yeah, we just had to get away from the rain. But that was our update. It's pretty much where we're at. Not too much for this. And that is your guys' daily update. I don't think we have any funny stories from today. No, we're just tired. This cat. She's under the blanket, trying to worm her way out and making random squeaky noises. Yelling because she can't figure out how to get out from underneath the blanket. Silly cat. Anyways, that is all for today. Next week's video will be a normal video. But yes, I will be in Florida tomorrow. Yay, and not in a hotel. Yay, and no longer driving. Yay. So I'm looking forward to that. But that is all I have for you guys for today and for this week. So I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.